Hello friends, welcome to my channel Fusion Next Gen Learning. If you're first time viewer on my channel, subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get latest update from Fusion Next Gen Learning. In today's demonstration, we are going to cover one more business requirement. Let's assume business want to have the pause until the schedule arrives. So how to achieve this kind of requirement in Oracle Fusion? Let's begin. So to create, you have to go to the setup and maintenance. Once you click on the setup and maintenance, you have to go to the task. Within the task, you have to click on search. Once you click on the global search, you have to type orchest% process. So the task name is manage orchestration process definitions. So you have to click on that. Once you click on the manage orchestration, we'll search our custom orchestration process that start with the DO. So today we'll copy the DO order fulfillment generic process and we try to duplicate. Once I click on the duplicate, it will automatically create the custom orchestration and copied all those rules to it. So it will make easier for us to put the pause condition and make our custom and achieve our business requirement. So let's wait. Yeah, you can see that it has copied the seeded rules and created the custom one. So you just remove the copy. And now you can see that custom DO order fulfillment generic process, you can add your condition. So I am adding pause until schedule ship. So I entered so that it will be identification for us while doing the association against the item, against the customer or the order type, it will get defaulted. Now I copy the same and I will enter within the process display name. Once I entered, after that I will click on save. Once I click on save, it gets saved into draft and will start adding the pause conditions. Now you can see that I have saved it. Now I can put the pause condition. So I am entering the pause condition. So let me add it. So I will click on plus icon. Once I click on plus icon, you can see that there is a newly row added. So I will enter pause until schedule ship date. So this is the step name we have defined. You can define your own based on your business requirement. Now I will put the services and I will click on the task type. So I will click on the task type. So within the task type, I will select the pause. Now, once I selected the pause, I have to define the task within the task type. So I am setting up the pause. Once I click on the pause, I have to select the service, which service I am going to use within the pause task. So I'm going to pause the processes. So once it start the scheduling, now you can see that there is an option, the column called pause rule. So within the pause rule, you have to set your condition. So I will click on that. Once I click on the pause rule, I have to create and set the pause condition. So what I will set, so I will click on plus icon and I will try to add our condition. So I will set the condition pause until ship date arrive. Now I entered the rule name. I will expand that. And once I expand, then I will choose the advanced mode and will try to enter it. So you can see that I added the pause rule name. pause until ship date arrive. You can add your description as well for your identification purpose. Now I will enable the advanced mode. Once I enable the advanced mode, after that, I will set the condition. So what I'm saying to system that if header is a DO, so I will select DO header. So let me select that. So DO orchestration rules dot do header. So let me find out. Yes. So you can see that do seeded orchestration rules dot do headers. Once you select it, you have to click on add. Once you click on add, so we are adding one more condition. So I can see that the pattern got added. So I'm not putting any condition to it. So let me just remove the simple test and I will add within the pattern. So I am setting the condition f line is a. So f line, so we'll set that do seeded orchestration do f line. So I will select that. So let me select, yeah, you can see that do seeded orchestration rules dot do f line. So once I added the condition, so I'm setting up that if header is do header and f line is do f line within the orchestration rule, then I will add the simple test within that. So let me add that. So I will add. So to add the simple test, you have to click on the drop down. Once you click on the drop down, you have the variables, you have the condition and not condition and simple test condition. Within the simple test condition, what I will note that if header dot child, so let me add f line. So you can see that it's coming. Yeah. So header dot child f lines, and I will set that the condition contains rl dot contains. So you can see that I have added the r dot contains. So rl is rule language. So within that, it is useful to drive the business rule conditions. So now I will set the contains f line. So I will set that and try to search. So we can see that contains f line. We can find out, yes. So let's find out the f line. Quantity, list price, client supplier ID, status code. So let me enter it. Yeah, so you can see that it automatically picked up. You can search from the drop down, but it has automatically picked up. Now I added the if condition. Now after that you have to add your then condition. So to add the then condition, you have to click on then, and within the then you can see that there is a plus icon and you have to go to the drop down. Once you click on the drop down, you have to click on assign new. So what will say to the system that we are setting up the conditions, how our condition and events will happen. So we'll set do seeded. So let me search seeded rule sec result. Yeah. So we have already explained the sec result. Start after condition. So that is what meaning of SAC. Now I will set the SAC, and then I will go to the search. Within the search, I will add DO seeded, and then the SEC result, and I will further expand. Then I can see that new. So once I selected the new, I will click on OK. So one by one you have to select. So you can see that I have added new DO seeded orchestration rules dot SSC result. Now after that, I will add one more condition, assign. So once I click on the assign, I will set that header. So let me type it, header dot SAC result. So let me select that. And once I add it, I will select the SAC. SAC, we just discussed that start after the conditions. Now after that, I will add another assign condition where I have to select the seg type. So what is the type we are going to use, that we have to define it. So header dot SAC result dot seg type. So you can see that header dot seg result dot SAC type. So you have to select over here your event name. So we'll select, type in do dot do seeded orchestration rules dot SAC results dot SAC. So now we are going to use the timer event. So I have to type SAC underscore type timer, because it's time based events. So we have to select it. Now after that, we have to select. So what is the time that will carry our condition and fulfill our condition, the pause rule. So we'll set the assign and we'll pick up the schedule ship date. So what we have to do, you have to type header. You can see that everything is getting removed. So because I have not saved it, so we'll update and then we'll save it. You can do save one by one. That's also not an issue. So I will enter the header. So let me type it, header dot SAC. So start condition for wait date time. So we have to select. So you can see that the wait date time date and then hours, right? So there are a lot of the conditions. So minutes, right? The month, right? You can select and you can add that particular condition. So we are going to use the wait date time, and now we'll enter the condition, and we are saying that if fline dot schedule ship date. So we entered that, and now we have to enter our all conditions. So we have entered the SSE, then over here we have to enter the SSE, because as a result start after condition, and what is the type, it will check the type, and then within that type the wait date time, it will check to the schedule ship date. So this is how that condition is working within the orchestration. So to write you seeded orchestration dot rules dot SAC result dot SAC type timer. So this is the significance difference Now, once I add it, after that, I will try to validate our orchestration. So now I will validate our condition and see that there is a no error. So now you can see that there is a no error and we are good to go to proceed further. Now, requirement, what we are trying that if until unless the scheduled ship days is arrive, the orchestration will be in pause status. It is not that meaning that you cannot release the pause manually if you need earlier than that. System will work in an automated manner. So once the scheduled ship date arrive, it automatically remove the pause and it will release and move to the next process. But if you are having that requirement that you don't want to hold that particular fulfillment line for the scheduled ship date to arrive, you can release it manually. So vice versa, based on your requirement, based on your sales order fulfillment priority, you can do that. To release the pause rule in bulk, already I had demonstrated and covered that part. You can refer our earlier videos. Now, over here, I have validated my condition. Now, I will save that rule. Once I save it, after that, I have to proceed for the save that particular pause rule. So I saved it. Once I save that record, after that, I will click on validate. Validate will ensure that there is no error and we are good to go to release. And then we'll proceed for the deployment. And once deployment is successfully processed, then this particular orchestration is good to go and you can utilize it. You can do the association by process assignment for the sales order. So that you can do. You can see that the task name in step pause already exists. Enter a unique task name. So you can see that there is a already pause task available. So what we'll do, will either remove. So we can see that I will select from the drop down, I will select this to update pause service. So you cannot have the same services, same rule. Now let me try to save it and try to validate. You can use the ship order generic process if you don't have the back-to-back or drop ship kind of requirement. You don't want to over there to apply your pause rule. You can use the ship order generic process. That is pretty straightforward. And if you want to apply the pause rule with having the DO orchestration process, which can cater the back-to-back as well as the drop ship scenario, you have to be used very carefully. Now we'll try to validate it because it's having the two tasks, the same pause task. That's why it's give us the error. So we'll try to change something so that it will be give us yes. So now it won't allow us to move. So let's say I will delete one pause and let me try to search. Yeah. So I will change it. Let me see if I can select. So task type pause and yeah. So we'll try to see. If not, then we'll delete. So let me set the same service and try to save it and then try to validate. If not, then we'll delete that particular pause and I will apply our pause rule to it. So that's not an issue because that particular pause, yeah. So you can see that the orchestration process step is being validated. So what the difference you can see that. So we added the pause task and now within the same task, you cannot use it So you have to use. So I just change it from pause to pause for delivery. So that create a difference into both pause tasks. So system has validated successfully. Now, if you don't want this pause task, you can delete it. You can use your own created orchestration pause and the task, and you keep it and you just try to validate and release it. So that's not an issue. We just try to, if you want to have uh, two types of pause. So first pause is just the hold to the processes, and second pause is just for the delivery processes. So based on your requirement, you can put it, you can change that step, the numbers as well, the step, that at what status and what step it will trigger the pause, so you can set accordingly. That you can also do. Now, once I validate it, I will try to release. And once I click on release, so you can see that if any orchestration will have the two pause role, it will hold the services two times. And based on your condition, it will act accordingly. Now I can see that I have validated and released the successfully orchestration. Now I will try to deploy it. Once I click on deploy, you can see that it has to deploy the orchestration successfully to our environment. And after that, we can proceed for the association against the order type, against the item, or the customer label. So you can see that it successfully deployed to the environment. And now you have to just save and close, and you have to follow the steps. So to have the association, already I had covered that part into our earlier videos. You can refer that, how you can do the custom orchestration association against the order type, and you assign your custom orchestration process while creating the sales order and achieve your requirement. This is how you can achieve your requirement into Oracle Fusion. Thank you. Thank you for watching my channel Fusion Next Gen Learning.